Hello everybody, Quilting Marine here. So we're back here to make our nuclear blanket. So we got the parts that we need. We got sweatshirts that we got from the Goodwill. Alright, like my old nuclear blanket, the one that I made out of sweaters that I got from the Goodwill. Okay, so we're progressing. We cut out our 12 by 12 inch blocks, alright, that we're going to be making our nuclear blanket with. Okay, and then we've got our interface. All right, we have a medium interface that we're going to be using on there. We want the interface to give the sweatshirt blocks that we cut a little hold, a little grab, and that way with the medium also I don't need to use a batting. If I use the batting on this with that medium interface, it would be a lead blanket, not a nuclear blanket. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you how I apply the interface to the sweatshirt block, and then I'm gonna take it to the self-healing mat, and we're gonna square it off. Okay, I know I've got a couple square off videos, but you know, when you cut sweatshirt, that type of material, it kind of gives and it stretches a little bit. So once you iron the interface on and it gets sealed on there really good, it gained in size. It has a little give to it. So once I do that, I'm going to move it to the self-healing mat, and then I'm just going to square it off, and I'm going to show you the progress that I've made, and we're going to decide together, I guess, on whether or not we're going to put borders around it or not. Maybe I'll just go without the borders, but right now I'm thinking about an orange border for all those blocks. Okay, so we got the iron on hot right now, so I'm going to just move over to my ironing station. Okay, so we made it over to our ironing station, and remember we've already done our 12 by 12 cuts of our sweatshirts from where? The Goodwill, right? Okay, so all right, so we're gonna lay out my 12 by 12. All right, get it nice and laid out. Try to get it nice and even. All right, because you know when you iron on your interface, you know the iron has a habit of pushing the fabric out. Okay, and it's better to be big because you can always go back and trim off than it is to be small. All right, so I have my interface here. It's a light interface. And remember, when you're using interface, I don't know if you can see that, but there's a shiny side, okay, and a dull side. The shiny side is what you want to put on your fabric. That's the glue side, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to put the glue side down, shiny side down. All right, now we pre-cut these already. Same measurements, 12 by 12, okay? And don't forget, I mean, this same material, the same light to medium light interface you can use for your t-shirt quilt if you're making a t-shirt quilt. Okay, it's the same stuff. All right, we're just making my brother-in-law's nuclear blanket. Okay, Bill's nuclear blanket. All right, so your iron dry. Okay, no steam. You don't need any steam. You see the movement I'm making? All right, we're just putting it on there, getting it to set, keeping it moving nice and slow. Okay, nice and slow. I'm pushing out from the center. Nice and slow. Okay. All right, so now I got it set. It's set. That's all you got to do. It's easy, that easy. Now what I'll do is turn it over because the sweatshirt probably deformed while I was ironing. So what I'm going to do is try to push out some of that sweatshirt a little bit. All right, get it to set on the edges. If you can see that. All right, no steam. All right. Now you can iron from both sides. All right. I grew up in a house where we didn't iron sweatshirts. All right. If you know somebody who irons sweatshirts, like my wife, get them some professional help. Okay. You shouldn't be ironing sweatshirts at all in any way. Okay, so this is my piece. Now look at that. That's set. That's set. Here we go. All right, now that's ready to be a block. Okay, don't overdo it. Now what I'll do is I'll take it to my self-healing mat and see if it needs to be squared at all. Okay, I'll put it on my 12 by 12 because I'm cutting 12 by 12s. All right. And it looks clean, okay? Now these little edges hanging off, don't worry about that, because when you sew it, it's gonna be on the inside. I mean, I get anal and I cut them off, all right? But you don't have to, it's okay. You can leave them on, because when you sew it, it's gonna be facing to the inside anyway, okay? But, you know, when we come back and I'll show you how I put them together, then you'll notice that they're gone, okay? So I'm gonna do it while you're not paying attention. Now, the next phase is putting I'm gonna lay my pattern out, meaning I'm gonna take every one that I cut out, I'm gonna lay it on the floor, I'm gonna take a look at it with guy eyes, and then I'm gonna have my wife come behind me and she's gonna look at it and change it around to the way it should be, okay? But and then once it's done, what I do is I take a picture of it, because my memory is going, all right? I'm a grandfather, and that's what happens when grandfathers, all right? We lose our memory. So what I'll do is I'll look at the picture and watch my pattern. I'll look at the picture, watch my pattern, and I'll start stitching them together. I'll start putting my blocks together in rows, just like we've done before, right? And then once we've done our rows, we're gonna build it up, and I'll decide whether or not I'm gonna put batting in it. I'm not sure. I kind of want to make him a nuclear blanket that can crush his car, just to be funny, but we'll decide that later, okay? So when we come back, we'll take a look at the pattern, and we'll take a look at how I stitch it together. Remember, it's only fabric and it's only thread.